Good afternoon, my friends. So I want to start by telling you guys that the formula for happiness, the formula for enlightenment, it doesn't exist. I'm sorry I clickbaited you into watching this, but the formula for happiness or the formula for enlightenment that you've been seeking, it doesn't exist. The reason being is that everyone's path and everyone's journey will eventually lead them to happiness, will eventually lead them and you to enlightenment. But everybody's path will be a little bit different. And even when we get to the end of that path and we think we're enlightened, and when we think we're truly blissful and happy, eternally happy, that will change too. Now, I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of clients, friends and stuff, in regards to, what's the formula? Everyone wants a formula for happiness. Everyone wants a formula for enlightenment. But it doesn't exist. It's, that's the beauty of this earthly experience. The enlightenment that you're seeking is already present within you. That's the beauty of it. The enlightenment that you're seeking is the knowledge. It's the awareness mixed with the feeling of that knowledge. Caesar agrees. The formula that you're seeking couldn't possibly exist because everybody's experience will always be different. And what leads me to my enlightenment and my eternal bliss will not be the same for you. However, sometimes and often, the things that helps one of us will more than likely benefit the other person. So, even though I've lied a little white lie to you that there is no formula for happiness and there is no formula for enlightenment, there are a few things that you can do to help both of those processes become more enhanced. Now, what are some of the tools that have helped me along the way? First and foremost, to take it as a journey, to take your life experience as a journey. And the only way that starts is with the perspective you hold in your mind. Happiness is a state of being, and it's a state of being as a result of the thoughts you think. Now, when you realize that your happiness is dependent completely upon the thoughts that you think, in regards to any situation you are experiencing, you are also in tandem leading yourself down the path of enlightenment. Why is that? Well, that's because the path of enlightenment eventually leads you to understanding that none of the earthly experiences that you possess give you the joy and the happiness that you seek. The state of enlightenment, fence fighting time. The state of enlightenment that you're looking for is the state of awareness that you are the witness of the experience. Many spiritual teachers, gurus, sages, when they they explain that your mind is like the sky, and the thoughts are like the clouds that pass you by, or your mind is like a river constantly flowing, and the thoughts are like branches and leaves that float down the river. The state of enlightenment is not becoming the river, nor is it becoming the sky. It's becoming the witness to the river. It's becoming the witness to the sky and to the clouds. The state of enlightenment is a state of being in eternal bliss, because the experiences that you go through in each moment cannot interfere with that state of joy that is ever present. Now, if I could give you a timetable for how long that took, I would. But there is no timetable and there's no formula. Your formula starts with your seeking. It starts with watching videos like this, watching other videos, reading books, which leads you down another step, which leads you down another step and another step and another step. But ultimately, all those steps are teaching you that your thoughts are just illusions, and your mind and your ego are also illusions to the deeper soul self, to the eternalness, to the Naranjano, to the primal spirit, prime spirit, to the eternal oneness that you are. And I know that's confusing. The formula to happiness and the formula to enlightenment in my perspective would be to, one, make 15 minutes a day to meditate or to dance. Your form of meditation where you're stilling the mind, and this doesn't include exercise, you cannot exercise, but the stillness, ecstatic dance, closing your eyes and being. 15 minutes a day. That would be my first suggestion. My second suggestion would be spend another 15 minutes a day reading a book on self-help or spirituality that calls to you. My third suggestion would be that you make a list, whether out loud or on paper, of 5 to 10 things that you are grateful for each day. My next suggestion, number 4, would be that you eat a plant-based diet, staying away from meat, staying away from dairy, and focusing mainly on whole foods, including vegetables, fruits, nuts and seeds, and grains, sparingly grains, dependent upon the grains. My last suggestion, well, that's not my last suggestion. My other suggestion would be that you learn pranayamas to help cleanse your nervous system from a course, whether it be Art of Living, some type of Kriya, whether it be Art of Living or Paramahansa Yoga, the Ananda group, Kriya Yoga or Sudarshan Kriya, some type of Kriya to cleanse your nervous system. And my last suggestion, well, that's not my last suggestion. Another suggestion would be that if you have extra time, spend more time meditating or reading. My other suggestion is that you don't have enough time, then spend more time meditating or reading. And my last suggestion would be to be patient. It took me many years to achieve the state of joy that I perpetually live in. And I wish I could have given you a definitive answer on how to achieve or attain enlightenment. Sometimes I think I am close, and sometimes I think I am very far away. But I do know that 98% of my day I live in joy. And I feel grateful. And I feel alive, and I feel excited, and I feel like each breath I take is refreshing. And I feel like every time I hear a bird sing is a new moment, and it's exciting. And when I see Caesar when I come home, he's exciting. And when I see my wife and kiss her and touch her, it's exciting. And when I see my parents, and it's exciting. And when I get to help people each time, even though I've had clients for years, it's exciting. And that took me, I've been on this path now for 11 years. And I've probably meditated oh my God, over 3,000 times, maybe more, in those 11 years. And I've read and I've gone through cycles. And there have been moments when I read things and I meditated and they were so out of body. And when I read something that there was so much wisdom ingrained in the words that I read that I was physically sick, and it changed my DNA structure. But it took time, and it's still taking time because I have plenty to learn and plenty to grow from. But my formula was to every day make time for meditation, to make time to exercise, not walking, exercising, moving my body in a way that made me understand that I'm not this form, that this is a beautiful vessel that I get to experience life in, but to challenge this physical form to an extent where it could grow and expand. And I also made time to be grateful. I made it my habit to say I'm grateful for something every day. And through each moment of struggle and questioning my faith and questioning who I was and questioning if I was on the right path, it led me deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper to the place where I am now, where I can tell you that 98% of my day I spend in joy. Do I experience lows and times where I'm feeling defeated? You bet your sweet fucking ass I do. Do I get judgmental? Absolutely. Do I at times become fearful? 100%. Do I get sad and discouraged? Yup. But that's only 2% of my day now. And when I close my eyes, and when I breathe, and I let go of who I am in that moment, I become who I truly am, who you truly are, the God self, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha, and I can feel that. I can feel it within every fiber, every cell of my being. I vibrate differently. I breathe differently. I feel differently. And so my formula is just that, what I said earlier. Make time to be grateful. You can always be grateful for something. Even if it's one thing. Make time to meditate. Make time to expand your mind through knowledge and wisdom. Make time to move your body, your vessel, your temple, and appreciate it. And don't make excuses for why you can't. Be wise enough to be silent and to listen. Be stubborn enough to close your ears when others are trying to tell you what you should be or should be doing or should be thinking or should be feeling. Be gentle enough with those who are giving the advice. And I guess that's all I can say. This is more of like me sharing my feelings with you guys. But if you made it this long, I appreciate you for watching. But there's no formula. Your formula is different than everyone else's, but there are a few things that you can do. Meditate, walk in nature, read books that are uplifting, do no harm, eat lots of vegetables and fruits, cleanse your body of the poisons and the toxins, exercise, be grateful. And these things will come and go. They'll come in stages, but eventually you'll get to the point where you're living it on a daily basis. Give yourself time. Be very patient with yourself. This is a long, long, long journey. I'm only 30 years old, and I can tell you that I have been at this a long time, and I'm still at it, and I love it. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. And know that you will get to the point where you are joyful consistently and you can let things go and you feel that you have access to the divine mind at all times and you have access to a spiritual force beyond your comprehension. You will feel that if you stick with it. I promise you that. I love you guys. Thanks for watching this long. Talk to you next time. Bye.